Good day, viewers. So once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, I will bring you the very best here. It has happened. The warlord himself, Benjamin Netanyahu, has made a very terrifying statement, and this has sent serious panic to the Aso Rock currently and Islamic nation. I quote, Benjamin Netanyahu said, "No terrorism has immunity. Anyone who threatens the state of Israel and Christian worldwide, his blood is on his own head." I quote again, anybody who threatens the state of Israel and Christian worldwide, his blood is on his head. This is coming out from the warlord himself, Benjamin Netanyahu. Biafra evangelist, this has sent a serious panic to the Aso Rock. What do you have to say concerning this, coming from Benjamin Netanyahu?
Yeah, it has to send a serious panic because a man different from man, and man past man. You understand? A man is speaking. When somebody like Netanyahu speaks, you know that somebody has spoken. A lion have roared. And when a lion in the jungle roars, every animal within the territory knows that there is danger. And they will start to pray for safety of their dear life. Yes, Netanyahu is standing as one who stands to defend the gospel of Christ in the land of the living. Christ has come and defended it. So he has left the remaining one in our hand. That is why he said we are going to do better than that which he have done here on earth. So it comes in different ways, and Netanyahu is that man that God have sent, and Donald Trump, to defend the Christian regions and Christian nations and Christian tribes in Nigeria. Not only Nigeria, in the world at large. Take a look at what happened in Iran. It was as a result of the marginalization of the people. See, human being has free. Look at what happened in Iran. It was the cry of the people that drew the attention of these two men, which the Europeans, the world, were against them, thinking and believing that they are not going to achieve their dream. And at the end of the day, they succeeded. Even as I speak to you now, Iran now possesses more Christians than Islam, because of this very act. Because this shows the attitude of Christ-like. And they come to take of it here in Nigeria. Netanyahu knew, and I've seen it of a truth, that the genocide going on in Nigeria, which the Nigerian government is denying, even the Nigerian Bishop Pope have denied as a result of a political influence that influenced him to go contrary to the word of God, which he stand to preach. I wonder what he will preach when he stand the pulpit to the people. And the people that constituted this 99% of these Christians that are facing the genocide in Nigeria are no other people than the Biafrans. You understand? And that is why he made that statement. Even before now, he have already made a statement that anybody, irrespective of your country, that ever do what? Kick, that by Christians or touch Christians is touching Israel. So him now coming out now is trying to tell you Nigeria is already before now is a particular concern. Concern of what? The genocide which they have, overlooked and which they have denied. But it was real and seriously confirmed that this something is going on in Nigeria. So I love no wonder. My beloved brother, I must be honest. I love people like this. I love people like this man. I pray that God will give him long life. Because if not for Netanyahu and Donald Trump, what do you think that could have been the fate of the Christians in Nigeria? Not even in Nigeria alone, in the world at large. Take a look at it. That is the issue that they were having between Hezbollah in Beirut, Lebanon, and Hamas of Palestine. Is it not this issue? These are the issues. Why are you, disturbing the freedom of worship of the people? In Nigeria today, you say, I must bow down, I must be. No, there is a freedom of worship. I have right as an entity, as a human, to do what? To worship whatsoever. If God Almighty that create me, create you, allow us, even as I speak to you, not everybody is worshiping God. Some are worshiping Okute, some are worshiping sun, some are worshiping moon, and God never rise up. Although in the book of Deuteronomy, God will call it an abomination. Yet he has never come down to wipe out all the people worshiping moon, worshiping sun, worshiping star, worshiping one tree or something like that. He still allow everybody to have their freedom of worship and still live. Then why should you now stand up, say, you must worship somebody, you must bow down to somebody? On that note, if you cannot do that, then they will now unalive you, buy you. For what? For what? If truly that the person you are worshiping is God, and if the person has power in the grave or from the grave, why can't the person rise up and defend himself? Are you hearing me? Let the person rise up and defend himself now. Must you be the one to defend your gods? I'm asking. Must you rise up and defend your gods? Let your gods, if he has power, let him defend himself now. The Bible said in the book of Judges, when Gideon went to his father's house to pull down the altars of Baal. And what happened? When the people wake up in the morning and they began to, who did this, who did that? And his father now told the elders that, you don't need to leave the Baal. Is it not bad that they destroy? And let Baal rise and fight now. Let Baal fight the man that destroyed him. And because Baal doesn't have power, he's a powerless god. So he cannot defend himself. So why should you? It's true, that should have been a good lesson and picture to you that is bound down to it. To understand that that thing you are bound down to doesn't have power to protection, to secure you. If a man can rise up and destroy it, so there is no need of you bowing down to it. Because no man on earth can rise up against you and destroy Jesus. It's not possible. Rather, you end up destroying yourself. You understand? So why can't you reason? Ignorance is a very big sickness. And you see, another problem here is the people that teach them. And because they are not well educated, they don't go to school. That's why education is very, very important. And out of their stupidity, they are not even ready to go to school so that they can be learned, for them not to be deceived by all this so-called group, only few. The people that deceive them are not many. There are just few of them in their midst that, brainwash them, and foolishly they buy the idea. They don't want to go to school. They don't understand the importance of education. That is why education is very, very important. It will be difficult in our place, for you to come now and begin to nyana kpata, on top of waiting now. And that is why every average Biafra man is a man with a question. Every average Biafra man is a man with what? With question. Because anything you say to him, he will ask you a question. Before you convince a Biafra man not to talk more of converting him, you must prepare yourself to answer series of questions before he can follow you. You see why they are seeing them as what? The most difficult people to deal with, because they must ask you questions. So, well said, Oga, and I welcome what you have said. And I'm not sure, is that the reason? See, things that is happening in Nigeria today. Now, the other day I was watching the National Assembly. The way, if you watch their speech, everybody is now sounding, being careful on the things that they say. You understand? I wonder, the other day I saw in Arise TV talking about Biafra, which has never, Bianca again. But surprisingly, it's been discussed. Then I was asking myself, what is actually going on? I never knew that the lion have roared. And when the lion roars, you know what that means. So definitely, whosoever that came, that by Christians, the blood should be on his head. So the terrorists that are buying the Christians, so the man is coming. Definitely, take a look. This question now reminded me of Osama bin Laden, the man who caught the whole world unaware. September 11 attack, 2001. That memory can never be erased in the history of what the World Trade Organization Center. They can never, America will not forget it. You see why they make sure that they did everything to bring the man down. So the blood of Osama bin Laden is upon Osama bin Laden. Likewise, the blood of these terrorists because I've never seen anywhere in the world, not even Putin, as people hated Putin, rich. Yet, do you know that Putin never welcomed terrorists for one day? He never give an opportunity to anything terrorism. Even as I speak to you, do you know that all these occultic kingdoms in Russia now has been shut down? The Church of Satan, all those satanic Keneko. In Russia now, Putin has given an order. All those things should be what? Shut down. They are no longer in operation. So if somebody like that, we are seen as a bad person, can do that, how much more the Christians? So we have a lot to do. And Netanyahu is doing the needful. So for him now, it's only in Nigeria that all these things are going on. And the government is negotiating with them. And which is very, very bad. So, and you still want to continue. So, in fact, my brother, it seems that Netanyahu is definitely, like as we have said before, you are seeing with this speech that is coming to Nigeria to help his brothers.
Well, sir, Biafran evangelist, as you have said, there's a development coming on now that the Nigerian government has sent 200 special Fulani forces to the Turkey country for special training. A lot of speculation is coming out. Why would the government send Fulani men to Turkey to receive training? Now, this question have arisen. Biafran evangelist, 200 special forces have been sent to Turkey to go and receive training from the Turkey government. What do you have to say concerning this?
Yes, to receive a special training so that when they landed in Nigeria, they will send them down to East so that they will go and buy the remaining Eastern youth that remain. And I wonder, no wonder the Americans who stood up and said they are building their tent in the Southeast. It's because of what they saw. It's because of this very thing. That these people have already sent. That means upon how America is trying to caution Nigeria. Yet Nigeria have refused to adhere to the threat of America. They still want to continue their evil act. So no wonder America now decided, okay, we are building our tent in the Southeast. Now I understand. Now, now it is clear to me. Because I was wondering, America built saying automatically, and this man called Donald Trump already giving go ahead, approve everything with immediate effect. What could prompt him to take action just like that without delay, as usual that he used to do? He will say something, he will wait first before carrying action. But this one he couldn't wait. He just quickly moved the distance. Oh yeah, go ahead. Because Nigerian government doesn't want to do the needful. So him now decided to do the right thing for the safety, because of the uproar that any eventuality that may rise as a result of what Nigeria, because he knew once they finish their training, where are they going? Remember, Nigeria is the one calling Turkey to come and have their base in the Southeast. The same Nigerian people with the Turkey are the one running business of pari passu of gun and bullet, which the Fulanis are using to buy the Nigerians. You understand? So now they have sent a special squad to go and have a special training to come back and do finish the remaining thing. And now understand. Glory be to God for sending us somebody like Donald Trump, who have a better understanding. You see why I do tell people that whatsoever we are doing, that the American know first. They are the first to pick it before even we, the Nigerians, knowing what is happening. And that is why you cannot deceive them. And you cannot lie to them. They hold every document, every movement that Nigeria, they are watching it, because their satellite, if you watch in the night, you will see their satellite on air. They are monitoring every movement that Nigeria is making. You see why they themselves I believe they are God sent. In fact, the time has come for us to have our freedom. We have cried enough. Thank you, my beloved brother.
Thank you, my viewers. You've heard it. As usual, you take a little time, not just rush. A message of hope to your brothers and sisters in diaspora in the language they understand.
Ihe adịgo mma ụmụnne m na ụmụnna m, ihe adịgo mma. Nwanne anyị nwoke kene otuto dịrị onye nwe m na ọ gaghị anwụ n'ebe a n'ihi na echiche ndị Nigeria ha chọrọ ka ọ nwụọ na Sokoto prison. Na nga atụnyere ya chọrọ ka ọ nwụọ ebe ahụ. Mana otuto dịrị Jesu, Chineke nke nwụchitere anyị ọnwụ nkuliteziri mee gịnị wee banyezie n'obi ndị mba ofesi ndị kachasị anyị wee mara ndị ihe kachasị wee dowe anya ndị maka ihe si aga n'ihi na ha ndị onwe ha agago ihe anyị nwa gabigara so ha maka ha si eme ihe amakwara ka ha ga-esi kpọpụta nwanne anyị nwoke ọ ihe ha ji wee mee gịnị tinye ya n'okwu ha ana ha ekpebiena ka ha ga-esi mee ya ọzọ Olisa ga-enyere ha aka ma edowekwe gị ndụ dowe m ndụ ka anyị dị ndụ n'etiti ndị dị ndụ ma mee gịnị wee bụrụ ndị dị ndụ wee jiri anya anyị na ihu anyị na ntị anyị na ọnụ anyị wee hụ ya wee nụọ ya kwupụtazie ya otuto dịrịzie onye nwe anyị n'aha Jizọs.
Sorry, Biafran evangelist, let's give a bonus to our fans. Finally, a question came from my subscribers. He said, okay, how would Obi, being the president of Nigeria, favor the Biafrans? Or should we just reject him and just face the Biafran, or they should support him and use one stone to kill two birds? What do you have to say?
Now, it's a very technical question, but I will address it in a way. You know, I know Obi has never spoken or said much about the Biafran issue, but all these people that are silent, that are quiet in nature, you know, they are deadly in their hearts and action. I only heard him once when he spoke about Kano, when he was, I think, in channels or in Arise TV, which he said that he did not see any major crime that Master Nnamdi Kanu committed that would have warranted the jail, the life imprisonment. That if we were to die, he did not see anything wrong there. So, on the other note, I believe that if Obi should become the president, there is every tendency of him using his position to let Master Nnamdi Kanu out of the prison. That's number one. But number two, as the matter is going now, Obi is standing on the side of Nigeria, representing Nigeria. But we are standing on the side of the Biafra, representing the, the vision and the dream of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So it's in two ways. And that is why I have to put it like this. You understand? You never can tell what Obi can do. You understand? But I always want to say something, that the experience of Zeke in the name of one Nigeria that landed us where we are today, I don't want it to continue repeat with from any Igbo man. Let us learn a lesson from what has happened before. The mistake must not be repeated. And Peter Obi now is a person that I am seeing as one that is about to make that mistake, because actually, for him coming out and declaring himself to be one tenor. What do you understand by that one tenor governance in Nigeria? How old is Nigeria? Why is it that you now that is coming from him to become the first person to rule Nigeria as Igbo man? They are giving you condition of one tenor. Can a Fulani man come out and say he want to rule Nigeria one tenor? Look at Jagaba that even said that himself that if he did not fix electricity, we should not do what? Vote for him. The Jagaba have not given up. He himself want to go. So why are you accepting a defeat of 4 years? You just want to give 4 years, then the remaining 4 years you throw it out. For what? So I don't really understand that Obi game, the game that he's trying to play. But let's just keep our fingers crossed and see what will happen in 2027. But for me, before 2027, I will be happy if if there is any declaration of Biafra, I will be the most happiest man on earth as a Biafran man, evangelist.
So finally, you are saying Biafra over anything?
Of course, Biafra is ahead of anything, ahead of P2B, ahead of Nigeria, ahead of any fucking election.
Well said, my viewers. You heard it all. Goodbye.